Chosen One, you did not arrive at this moment by accident. Something ancient called you here before you pressed play, before you even felt the pull to search for answers. Heaven marked this hour as yours. This is not just another video you stumbled upon in your feed. This is a divine appointment, and deep in your spirit, you already know it. There is a reason your hand hesitated before clicking. A reason your heart is beating just a little faster right now. You are standing at the threshold of something sacred. Something that has been prepared for you long before you were born. The same God who set the stars in motion has orchestrated this exact second for your awakening. Chosen One, listen carefully. What I am about to share with you is not theory. It is not motivation. It is revelation, and it concerns someone you may have known, someone you may barely remember, or someone whose story you have only heard in whispers. I am talking about your grandfather. Before we go further, if your spirit is already stirring, act on it now. Subscribe to this channel so you do not miss the next prophetic word heaven releases through this ministry, and type grandfather in the comments right now. Not because it feeds a system, but because naming what you came here for is the first act of receiving it. You see, there was a mystery surrounding that man, a divine secret he carried in silence, and that mystery has been circling your life like an eagle, waiting for this precise moment to land. Today, the veil lifts. Today, you will understand why certain things have happened the way they did, why you have felt different, why you have always known there was something more. Let me take you back for a moment. Picture your grandfather, not as a faded memory, but as a living vessel of divine purpose. Maybe you remember his hands, worn and weathered. Maybe you remember his silence, the way he could sit for hours without saying a word. Most people thought he was just a quiet man, perhaps a little distant, maybe even disconnected from the modern world around him. But heaven saw something different. Heaven saw a man in constant conversation with the eternal. While others talked about the weather, he was negotiating with destiny. While others filled the air with noise, he was listening to frequencies most people never hear. Your grandfather was not distant. He was dialed into another realm. Chosen One, here is what God is showing me right now. Your grandfather carried an assignment so heavy, so profound, that it could not be completed in one lifetime. It required a generational transfer. It needed someone with his DNA, but living in a different season. It needed you. I know this might sound overwhelming, but stay with me. Think about the unexplainable moments in your life, the dreams that felt too vivid, too detailed to be random, the sudden emotions that rise up in you without warning, tears that fall for reasons you cannot name, the strange pull you feel towards certain places, certain prayers, certain scriptures that seem to leap off the page and grab your soul. That is not coincidence. That is recognition. Your spirit recognizes what your grandfather planted. You are feeling the roots of prayers he prayed decades ago. Prayers that did not die when he did. They went underground, waiting for the right season, the right soil, the right air. And Chosen One, you are that air. If that just landed in your spirit, type I am the air in the comments right now. You are not just reading words. You are stepping into an identity that was prepared before you were born. Let me tell you something I learned in my own journey. I used to think my grandfather was just a simple man. He worked with his hands. He did not have a big title or a platform. He never wrote a book or gave a sermon. But one day, the Spirit opened my eyes. I saw that every morning he woke up at dawn, not because he was old and could not sleep, but because he had an appointment with God. I realized that the ordinary life he lived was a cover for something extraordinary happening in the unseen realm. He was a watchman. He was an intercessor. He was building something in the spirit that the physical world would not see for decades. And when I finally understood this, everything changed. The delays I had experienced suddenly made sense. The closed doors I had faced were not rejections. They were redirections. The pain I had endured was not punishment. It was preparation, because I was not just living my own life. I was completing a circuit that my grandfather began. Chosen one. The same thing is happening to you. You are not behind schedule. You are right on time for a divine relay. The baton that your grandfather held in prayer has been suspended in the spirit, waiting for your hands to reach up and receive it. And the moment you understand this, the moment you accept this inheritance, everything accelerates. But here is what you need to know. This inheritance is not automatic. It requires your awareness, your acceptance, your obedience. Your grandfather did his part. He broke ground in the spiritual realm. He faced battles you never saw. He wept prayers you never heard. He paid prices that never made it into family stories. And now, heaven is asking, will you honor what he started? Will you pick up what he laid down? Will you run with the vision he could only see from a distance? I want you to do something right now. Close your eyes for just a moment. Take a deep breath, and in your spirit, say these words out loud wherever you are. I receive the inheritance. I honor the legacy. I accept the assignment. Did you feel that? That shift in the atmosphere? That is not your imagination. That is heaven's response. The moment you speak alignment, the realm of the spirit responds. Angels who were stationed over your grandfather's life have just been reassigned to yours. The same covering he had now rests on you, but with greater visibility, greater authority, greater anointing. Chosen one. Type I receive in the comments. Say it there the way you just said it in your spirit. What you declare in 2 places at once, heaven moves on twice as fast. Stay with what just happened for a moment. Do not rush past it. Angels repositioned. The covering shifted. Something in the unseen realm just moved, and it moved because you said yes. That yes, that moment of alignment, that is the transfer. Not a future event, not something you are waiting for. It happened right here, in the middle of an ordinary moment. The way your grandfather's most sacred moments always happened. Quietly, without announcement, without witnesses. He understood something that most people miss. The act of receiving and the act of giving are not 2 separate movements. They are one. Every time he opened his hands to God in prayer, he was doing both at once, receiving instruction, releasing control, and in that simultaneous motion, the circuit completed. If something in you is ready to close that circuit in your own life, the link is in the pinned comment. A coffee, a donation, or a place in this community. Not because it funds a mission, though it does, but because the moment your hands open, the transfer that began in your spirit a few minutes ago becomes a full-body declaration. You are not waiting for the inheritance anymore. You are walking in it, and the proof is in what you are willing to release. That is all. No formula, no exchange, just the same motion your grandfather made every morning at dawn. Hands open, everything on the table, trusting what he could not yet see. Let me be very clear about something. This is not about pressure, this is about purpose. You are not carrying a burden, you are wearing a crown. The difference between the 2 is perspective. Your grandfather carried it as a burden because his generation did not have the revelation, but you live in a time when heaven is unveiling mysteries that were sealed for centuries. You have access to understanding he could only pray for. You have resources. he could only imagine. You have opportunities he could only prophesy about. This is not about repeating his struggles. This is about reaping his harvest. He planted in tears. You will gather in joy. That is the rhythm of generational blessing. Now, I know some of you are wondering, but I do not feel chosen. I feel broken. I feel stuck. I feel like I have made too many mistakes to carry anything sacred. Let me stop you right there. Your imperfections do not disqualify you. They authenticate you. Do you think your grandfather was perfect? He was not. He had his doubts, his fears, his moments of weakness. But he had one thing that overrode all of that. He had faithfulness. He showed up. He stayed committed. He kept his post even when he did not see results. And that faithfulness is now encoded in your spiritual DNA. You might stumble, but you will not stay down. You might get discouraged, but you will not quit. Because there is something in your bloodline that refuses to give up. That is the mark of the chosen one. Not perfection, but persistence. If that is you, type "I will not quit" in the comments. Not for the algorithm, for the version of you that almost scrolled away 3 minutes ago. Here is what is about to happen in your life. And I am speaking this by the Spirit, not by assumption. You are entering a season of supernatural alignment. Things that used to take years will happen in days. Doors that were locked will swing open with ease. People who never noticed you will suddenly seek you out. Opportunities that seemed impossible will present themselves without you chasing them. This is not luck. This is legacy activation. When a bloodline reaches its appointed hour, the physical realm has to adjust to match the spiritual decree. Your grandfather's prayers are maturing right now. The seeds he sowed in secret are breaking through the soil in your lifetime. You are about to walk into rooms he prayed you into. You are about to receive favor he interceded for. You are about to see breakthroughs he believed for, but never witnessed. But chosen one, this comes with responsibility. You cannot carry this lightly. The same way your grandfather protected the mystery in silence, you must protect it with wisdom. Not everyone will understand what is happening in your life. Not everyone will celebrate your elevation. Some will question it. Some will criticize it. Some will even try to sabotage it. Let them talk. Let them wonder. You do not owe anyone an explanation for what God is doing. Your job is not to convince people of your calling. Your job is to walk in it. The right people will recognize the anointing without you saying a word. The wrong people will never understand, even if you spent hours explaining. Your grandfather knew this. That is why he was silent. He understood that some things are too sacred to broadcast. He knew that real power does not need announcement. It simply is. And now that same wisdom rests on you. You will learn when to speak and when to stay silent. You will learn who to trust and who to watch. You will learn that discretion is a form of spiritual warfare. Let me paint you a picture of what is coming. Imagine waking up one morning, and for the first time in years, you feel peace. Not the kind of peace that comes from having everything figured out, but the kind that comes from knowing you are exactly where you are supposed to be. You will look at the same problems you have been staring at for months, and suddenly, the solutions will be obvious. You will have conversations that change trajectories. You will receive phone calls that open doors. You will meet people who feel strangely familiar, as if your souls already know each other. That is because they do. These are divine connections your grandfather prayed into existence. They are not random. They are orchestrated. Your finances will shift, not because you worked harder, but because favor is a currency that operates outside of human systems. Debts that seemed impossible to clear will suddenly resolve. Income streams you never considered will. Open up resources will come to you from directions you did not even know existed. This is the overflow of generational obedience. Your relationships will realign. Some people will naturally drift away, and you will not even feel the need to chase them. That is God editing your circle. He is removing distractions and planting divine assignments in the form of people who will sharpen you, support you, and speak life over you. These are not just friendships. They are covenant connections. Your health will improve. Burdens you have been carrying in your body will begin to lift. That heaviness in your chest, that tension in your shoulders, that exhaustion that never seems to go away, it is tied to spiritual weight. As you step into your inheritance, your body will respond. You will feel lighter. You will sleep better. You will wake up with energy you forgot you had. But chosen one, the most profound shift will happen in your identity. You will stop seeing yourself through the lens of past failures. You will stop defining yourself by what did not work out. You will stop shrinking to make others comfortable. You will rise into the fullness of who heaven says you are. He planted in tears. You will gather in joy. Sit with that for just a second. You are about to walk into rooms He prayed you into. You are about to receive favor He interceded for. You did not earn that room. You did not intercede for that favor. You are arriving at a table that was set before you were born, by hands that are no longer here. With love that never asked for credit, when you are given something you did not work for, something shifts in how you hold it. You do not grip it. You do not hoard it. You let it move through you the way it moved through the hands that gave it to you. Your grandfather did not pray for you so the blessing would stop at your generation. He prayed because he understood that what flows in must eventually flow out, and that the flow itself is the miracle. If this word has filled something in you today, let some of it move. The link is in the pinned comment. A coffee, a donation, membership in this community. Give from the place you are standing in right now, which is abundance you did not manufacture, not from what you have left over, from what just landed, because that is exactly the posture your grandfather carried to his knees every morning at dawn. Hands full of nothing he earned, heart full of everything he had been given, and he gave it right back. That is why it multiplied into you. Let me share something personal with you. There was a season in my life when I felt completely lost. I had pursued every avenue I thought would lead to purpose, and every single one had closed. I remember sitting in my car one night frustrated and confused, asking God why nothing was working, and in that moment, I felt Him whisper, "Because you are trying to walk through doors I did not open. The doors I have for you require a different key, the key your grandfather left behind." I did not understand it then, but I do now. Your grandfather was not just praying random prayers. He was encoding specific frequencies into your spiritual DNA. He was unlocking future doors with present faith. Every time he woke up early to pray, he was making deposits into an account you would one day withdraw from. Every tear he shed in secret was watering seeds you would one day harvest. And when that happens, when you fully accept that you are the chosen one, not because you are perfect, but because you are positioned, the atmosphere around you will change. You will carry a presence that cannot be explained. People will feel peace when they are near you. Your words will carry weight. Your prayers will produce results. Your silence will command respect. This is not arrogance. This is authority, and it is yours by inheritance. Now, let me tell you about the signs that confirm you are walking in this inheritance. These are not coincidences. These are confirmations from heaven that the transfer has taken place. You will experience divine timing like never before. You will think of someone, and within hours, they will reach out to you. You will need something specific, and it will show up without you asking. You will pray about a situation, and before you finish praying, the answer will already be in motion. This is not luck. This is alignment. When you are operating in your grandfather's anointing, you are connected to a supernatural network of divine orchestration. You will start having prophetic dreams with unusual clarity. Not the random fragmented dreams you used to have, but dreams that feel like movies, complete with messages, symbols, and clear direction. Write them down. Your grandfather had these same dreams. He was seeing your future before you were even born. Now you are seeing your present with the same prophetic lens he had. This is generational sight being activated. You will feel a heightened sensitivity to spiritual atmospheres. You will walk into a room and immediately sense whether peace or chaos is present. You will meet someone new and instantly know if they are aligned with your assignment or a distraction from it. This discernment is not paranoia. It is protection. Your grandfather operated with this same gift, and now it has been passed to you. Trust it. Honor it. Use it to navigate your next steps wisely. You will notice numbers and patterns repeating in your life, certain times on the clock, certain dates, certain sequences that seem to follow you everywhere. These are not random. They are heaven's way of getting your attention, of saying, I am with you. I am guiding you. You are on the right path. Your grandfather saw these same patterns. He understood that God speaks in rhythms, in cycles, in divine mathematics. Now you are seeing it too. You will experience sudden shifts in your relationships. People you thought would be with you forever will fade away without drama or conflict. They will simply drift into a different season. Meanwhile, new people will enter your life with strange timing and undeniable purpose. These are covenant connections. These are the people your grandfather prayed you would meet. Do not resist the shifts. Embrace them. Heaven is curating your circle with precision. You will begin to hear your grandfather's voice in your thoughts. Not audibly, but in your inner knowing. You will be facing a decision, and you will suddenly remember something he used to say, a phrase that did not make sense when you first heard it, but now holds the exact wisdom you need. This is ancestral guidance. This is the spirit using memory as a messenger. Pay attention to these moments. They are sacred. You will feel an unexplainable burden for prayer. You will wake up in the middle of the night with someone's name heavy on your heart. You will be going about your day, and suddenly you will feel the urge to pray for a situation you do not even fully understand. Do not ignore these promptings. This is intercessory anointing being activated. Your grandfather carried this weight. He prayed for people who never knew they were being covered. Now you are picking up that mantle. You are being trusted with the same assignment. These signs are not just interesting occurrences. They are evidence that you have crossed over from potential into activation. You are no longer waiting for your season. You are in it. And the more you acknowledge these confirmations, the stronger the flow becomes. If you have been experiencing any of these signs, type I see the signs in the comments. You are not imagining it. You are just now learning the language your grandfather was fluent in. Someone in your circle right now is carrying the same unexplainable weight you carried before this word reached you. They have the dreams. They have the pull. They do not yet have the language for it. Share this message with them today. What your grandfather did in secret for you, you can do in plain sight for them. But here is where it gets even more powerful. There are ways you can steward this inheritance well. This is not about rituals or religious performance. This is about intentional alignment with what heaven has released. You must create space for silence. Your grandfather's power was in his quiet. In a world that never stops talking, you must learn to be still. Dedicate time each day, even if it is just 10 minutes to sit in silence. No music, no distractions, just you and the presence of God. In that stillness, you will hear what others miss. You will receive downloads of wisdom, strategy, and revelation that will guide your next moves. Honor the memory of your grandfather with action, not just emotion. It is one thing to feel sentimental about his life. It is another thing to live in a way that validates his prayers. Ask yourself, what would honor his faith? What would make his sacrifice worth it? Then do that. Whether it is forgiving someone he would have forgiven, pursuing a dream he would have celebrated, or serving in a way he would have respected. Let your life be a living tribute to his legacy. Speak life over your bloodline. Your words carry the same authority his prayers did. Begin to declare over your family, over your children, over your future generations, that the curse stops here and the blessing begins now. Say it out loud. Write it down. Pray it consistently. You are not just receiving an inheritance, you are passing one forward. Every declaration you make today becomes the foundation for the next generation. Guard your spiritual atmosphere. Not everyone deserves access to your anointing. Your grandfather knew this. He did not share everything with everyone. He was selective about who he let into his inner circle. You must be the same. Protect your peace. Protect your energy. Protect your vision. If someone consistently drains you, questions your calling, or mocks your faith, create distance. This is not being unkind. This is being wise. Document what God is doing. Start keeping a journal of the confirmations, the breakthroughs, the moments when heaven showed up in undeniable ways. Write down your dreams. Write down your prayers. Write down the promises God speaks to you. One day, you will look back at these records and see the faithfulness of God woven through every page. And one day, someone in your lineage will read them and be strengthened by your testimony. Just as you are now being strengthened by your grandfather's prayers. ChosenOne type. I am writing it down in the comments. The journal starts today. The first entry is this moment. You just received the same instruction your grandfather received. Document it, protect it, pass it forward. Now, I want you to do something unusual. I want you to step out of this moment for just a second and go somewhere else in time. Go forward 40 years, maybe 50. Picture someone sitting where you are sitting right now, in a different body, with a different name, but carrying something familiar in their chest. A pull they cannot explain. A weight that feels ancient. A sense that someone before them prayed something into existence that they are only now beginning to understand. That person is going to need a record. They are going to need evidence that someone in their lineage took this seriously, that someone paused and chose to believe and let it cost them something small so it could mean something large. They are going to find what you leave behind. The journal, the declarations, the choices you made in ordinary moments, like this one, and they are going to be strengthened by it the same way you are being strengthened right now by a man who woke up at dawn to pray for someone he would never meet. If you feel the weight of that, the link is in the pinned comment. A coffee, a donation, a place in this community, not because of what comes back to you, but because of what gets carried forward. Your grandfather never saw you. He sowed anyway. The question this moment is asking you is not what will I receive. It is what kind of ancestor do I want to be. This inheritance is not just about receiving blessings, it is about becoming a blessing. It is about carrying forward what was entrusted to you and multiplying it for the next generation. Your grandfather was faithful with what he had. Now, you must be faithful with what you have been given. Now, I need to address something that some of you are feeling right now. Fear. You are hearing all of this, and part of you wants to believe it. But another part is terrified. You are thinking, what if I mess this up? What if I am not strong enough? What if I fail? Let me tell you what your grandfather would say if he could speak to you right now. He would say, I did not pray for you to be perfect. I prayed for you to be faithful. I did not ask God to make you flawless. I asked Him to make you fruitful. I did not intercede for you to have an easy path. I interceded for you to have an anointed one, chosen one. Your strength is not in your ability, it is in your willingness. Heaven is not looking for the most talented, the most educated, or the most experienced. Heaven is looking for the ones who will say yes, even when they do not understand. The ones who will step forward, even when they cannot see the full path. The ones who will trust the process, even when it looks like chaos. Your grandfather said yes in his generation. Now, it is your turn. And when you say yes, everything he invested in prayer becomes active in your life. The moment you align your will with heaven's will, the transfer is complete. The inheritance is released. The mystery is fulfilled. So, let me ask you directly. Are you ready? Are you ready to stop playing small? Are you ready to stop hiding behind fear and insecurity? Are you ready to step into the fullness of your calling? If your answer is yes, then take this moment seriously. This is not just a video. This is a threshold. You are standing at the edge of your before and after, and what you do in the next few minutes will determine the trajectory of the next season of your life. I want you to do 3 things. Lift your hands right where you are. It does not matter if you are at home, in your car, or in a public place. This is between you and heaven. Lift your hands as a sign of surrender, as a declaration that you receive what has been prepared for you. Speak this out loud. Say, I am the chosen one. I accept my grandfather's prayers. I honor his sacrifice. I step into my inheritance with reverence and readiness. Write it down. Grab your phone, open your notes, and type today's date. Write, today I accepted my divine inheritance. Today I became the answer to generational prayers. Today my new chapter began. Chosen one, as you do this, something shifts in the unseen realm. Heaven takes note. Angels reposition. Demonic assignments are canceled. The trajectory of your bloodline changes. You are no longer bound by the limits of your past. You are now walking in the promises of your future. And here is what I want you to remember in the days ahead. There will be moments when doubt creeps in. Moments when the old you tries to resurface. Moments when fear whispers that maybe you misheard. Maybe this was all just emotion. Maybe you are not really chosen. In those moments, come back to this word. Remember what you felt when you first heard it. Remember the confirmation in your spirit. Remember the tears, the chills, the knowing. That was real. That was God, and He does not play games with destiny. Your grandfather's story did not end when he took his last breath. It paused, and now, through you, it resumes. You are the sequel to a divine narrative. You are the continuation of a sacred assignment. You are the living proof that heaven never wastes a prayer, never forgets a promise, never abandons a purpose. Chosen one, walk forward with confidence. Walk forward with clarity. Walk forward with courage. The same God who walked with your grandfather in secret is walking with you in sight. The same anointing that covered him now crowns you. The same favor that followed him now finds you. This is your moment. This is your hour. This is your time. The mystery has been revealed. The inheritance has been transferred. The legacy is alive, and heaven is watching with joy as you rise into everything your grandfather prayed you would become. Go now, chosen one. Step into your destiny with reverence and readiness. The bloodline has been redeemed, the promise has been fulfilled, and you are the living answer to prayers, spoken in silence, watered with tears, and sealed with faith. If this word has moved in your spirit, let it echo like this message as an act of obedience, a declaration that you have received what was meant for you, and drop one word in the comments. Legacy, not a testimony, not an essay, just that one word, because the people who type it are the ones who understood, and the ones who understood are the ones heaven is watching. The heavens are rejoicing. The angels are celebrating. The mystery is complete, and your appointed time has come. Rise, chosen one. Your inheritance awaits.